Happy holidays, everybody. And this is Auntie. And let's talk about what is going on downtown to social media. Happy holidays, y'all. So, we're going to be talking about a gentleman who saw a young child walking in the snow in sub zero weather, what he did, and what has happened since. Are y'all ready to have this discussion? Let's do it.
A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, to my nieces and nephews, and all the y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for auntie advice. Sweet old. It's time for auntie advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for auntie advice.
Y'all, let's get into this discussion, shall we? Oh, yes, we shall. So the other day on Facebook, there was a gentleman by the name of Joshua. I believe his last name is pronounced Threatt. At least that's the way it's spelled. And he was at home. And let me give y'all the hold on, let me give y'all the details, okay? Um, on a cold December morning in Detroit, this 36-year-old gentleman by the name of Joshua Threatt noticed a 6-year-old girl walking along towards her school in freezing weather. Reportedly without proper gear, winter gear like hats or gloves, he filmed himself on Facebook Live as he walked beside her, or rather in front of her, to make sure that she made it safely to her elementary school, which was roughly 10 blocks away. He said he did not put her in his vehicle because he didn't want to risk being misunderstood, so he chose to walk with her instead. When they reached the school, he spoke with the school staff and became very emotional, even breaking down in tears, explaining how disturbed he was that such a child was walking alone. Now, y'all, let me tell y'all, this was just, like one of them kind of tearjerker type of situations that was going on downtown, and I was like, oh my goodness. um I'm going to share a little bit of it. Lately, people, I don't know if it's because it's the holidays or what's been going on, but lately people have been flagging channels for stuff, right? And so I'm just gonna play a little bit of it so y'all can get a gist of what happened with it. Now, some woman has taken to Facebook. We'll talk about that too. She has taken to Facebook to demean this man and to make it appear that what he did was not um courageous, was not heartwarming, was not something that was absolutely necessary for the safety of this child. And I was like, people always want to, I don't know what to say. So let me show his story first. And I want to get y'all feedback on it. So let me know downtown in the comment section what y'all think about this. And we're just going to listen to just a little bit of what he shared. Okay. So let me see if I can zoom this up for y'all to be able to see it before I share it. Hoping everybody had a great day on purpose, and happy Monday, y'all. Okay, so let me share my screen.
Thank God I seen her. Somebody else could have just walked past and picked this little girl up, bro. These people is crazy out here, bro. She's out here walking by herself. How old is you? 6? Man, if that ain't crazy, bro. I swear some people don't need kids. I swear some people do not need kids, bro. I'm so happy I seen her and didn't nobody else see this little girl, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Walking in my area at that, that's crazy, man.
Now, this is him actually walking with the little girl. Of course, the little girl is behind him. Absolutely, G. Debo said, "This broke my heart." Diane said, "I am crying already." Don't cry, Diane, okay? Um, I've been waiting for the story. Detroit is not far from me. Okay, you've been waiting for me to cover it because it's been out there some days. But, imagine yourself getting up in the morning and you see a child allegedly poorly dressed and walking to school in snow. Now, we got some snow Saturday night, Sunday morning. It's been 25, 21 degrees outside. My body has absolutely been rejecting it. But can you imagine a little girl? You get up in the morning and you're out there in the streets and you see a little girl walking to school. Like, I know that he indicates that some people were stopping and stuff like that, but I think it probably was just as worried as him. But then again, you never know what other people are out there in the street and what kind of motives that they hear. We are always hearing stories about children being lost and stuff like that and being snatched off the street and stuff. So I think that what he did was heroic and that it was, it was just, he's just a hero, at least in this story, right? So let's continue.
I didn't want to put her in my car. I ain't about to, So I got out and walked with her. She talking about she was walking to school. So I'm about to walk with her and make sure she go to this school. I feel like she don't. That's why I feel like she don't.
Now, I don't want to show the little girl's face, so I'm going to fast forward because I don't think that, little children should be out there. So hold on, let me stop sharing. Let me fast forward because I don't want her face to be on here. Let me just make sure he's not showing it again. I don't like showing kids. So we're gonna skip through some of this, y'all. Um Thank you for your patience and your understanding about it. I just don't want to show the little girl on my screen. Okay, so hold on, let me go back.
Crazy, bro. This sick ass motherfuckers out here and people don't fucking care.
Okay, so the cussing.
That'd be the crazy part. Motherfuckers be out here don't give a.
Okay, that's you know what, let's stop sharing. So long to the short of it, I like the cussing. Okay. So long to the short of it, he got the young lady back, got the young lady to the school, and they did verify that she had been there. And there's been multiple stories about what really happened or what the parents have said about why the little girl was walking. Allegedly, I've heard a story, and y'all let me know down in the comments what you all have heard. But allegedly, the little girl sister was walking her. They said the little girl's sister was walking her, and his sister left her. Now, according to WLKY, the police and authorities involved say that they have been in contact with the child's family and that allegedly this was not the first time she has been found walking alone. They say the Child Protective Services have reportedly been notified as part of this investigation. They said that Joshua spoke with the little girl's father after the video went viral. He described the conversation as respectful, man to man talk, but no detailed public statement for the father or other family members have been released. But y'all, there have been a lot of questions from the community about why the little girl was alone and whether her guardians were aware of her whereabouts. They said that the child is safe and under the care of a family member or a guardian, but this situation is being investigated by Detroit police and the child welfare services, especially given reports that this was not an isolated occurrence, according to Black Enterprise. They have an article, I'll make sure I link it, where they say all heroes don't wear capes. Detroit man escorts 6-year-old girl child to school after seeing her walking alone. This is really sad. He became very emotional when he got to the school. Maybe I can show that part without him cussing. G Debo says she saw that the mom was arrested. I think the sister is young as well. So let me find out all of those questions that you all have asked. Somebody said the mom was arrested. Let me see if the mom was arrested. Now I ain't seen that. But let me check real quick. Okay. Let's see. I didn't see that. But I will absolutely check. Because sometimes things be internet rumors. And so according to an article on December 11th, her mom has not been arrested. They're no credible. They said no. There are no credible news reporting that the child mother or either parent was arrested in the Detroit case where a man walked a 6-year-old girl to school after finding her alone. They said that it has been verified that they are investigating why the little girl ended up walking alone in the freezing weather and that they have been in contact with her. And officers noted that this wasn't the first time that she had been found alone, prompting, other involvement. But so far, the girl is safe with family. They've launched an investigation, and there are no arrests, unless someone can take me to um unless someone can take me to a verifiable source. The mom wasn't arrested. And I think that, they have to do the investigation before they start doing that, unless it was like something egregious. Um, and from what I have heard so far, no, the mom ain't been arrested. I don't see any verifiable sources that say that, but we're not going to stop at one source. Let me see if I can get another source for y'all. But no, her mom wasn't arrested. And sometimes, like I said, or like I was going to say, a lot of times people, you have to understand that content creation, whether or not it's on TikTok, YouTube, or wherever, right, whatever source you may be, it is a business. And people get coins when you click and when you view them. And I'm not saying that people don't have integrity. I'm just saying that consider the source. That's what we say at work, right? Consider the source. Is it true or not? Just like yesterday, I did a report on the stalker, and I inadvertently said that the Miss Douglas was the one that was kicked off for Airbnb. but it wasn't her. It was the other lady, the squatter, and I did a correction, right? Because you got to be accurate. So from what I'm seeing, unless something has happened, I don't. I always want to try to verify whether or not that has happened, and it doesn't seem like that is what has happened. Now, that's not to say that arrests won't be coming later on. That's just to say that as of the other day, nobody was arrested, and as of today, I don't see anything that's verifying that. Okay, so yeah, just be careful about okay, so what are you saying, Kay? Thank you, Kay. Kay said she was not arrested. Josh said he talked to her the other day on his live. He said she's a young mom with 7 kids and struggling. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who in this day and age is having 7 kids? She probably can barely manage that. What the? Oh my God. Okay, now I can absolutely believe that, even considering what the little girl had on and sending her to school, and a little girl not knowing how to appropriately dress, and she needed gloves, and she needed a hat. It was snow out there on the ground, everything, right? Like, that's disgusting. So I'm so glad that Joshua was out there. He was the right man for the job. And I believe that they have started a GoFundMe for him. I'm not sure, or ask him to start one. I ain't got that to do. Y'all know I don't play about GoFundMes. I don't. Mm-mm. I. Mm-mm. I'm very cautious about who, if anybody, I give my money to on a GoFundMe, because people be having so many. You know what? I ain't even going to discuss it. But anyway, so Joshua's out there. He's getting all the praise that he should be getting as a man who saw a girl, and and then this woman pops up. She downtown to the Facebook. Oh, and by the way, he did, after he went home. I did want to say this before I started talking about this girl. He went back to the school with outerwear, like the gloves and stuff like that for her. So I do want to make sure I give him credit for that as well. But then we get this woman out here on Facebook who decides that she got to come and tear the man down. Now, as I said, content creation, getting clicks and views and likes and all of that kind of stuff, right, can be profitable. So this girl right here, you could just look at her and tell something wrong with her, in my humble opinion. She takes to Facebook to tear Joshua down. I said, it's always somebody with some bullshit coming up that want to come up, that want to get the like, clicks, and the views. It's amazing when you look at people. Y'all, it is amazing to me how you look at people and you look at the schemes and the depths that they would go to. You know, she gets out on Facebook and she starts talking about Joshua, and that she saw the article and she was interested in him. So she hits the man up in the DMs. Y'all, let me see if I can find her. Hold on, because I won't gonna show her. But y'all need to hear a little teeny bit of it so you can get contacts. Let me find her. Be patient with me. Her name is Brianna Britt. Hold on, y'all. Let me find this girl so y'all can see a little bit of the foolishness with this young lady. Hold on. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Y'all is not gonna believe this. Hold on, y'all. And it's obvious, in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion, it's obvious there's something wrong with her. Let me show y'all this mask.
He stood there with his pants down, butt naked, no shirt, no pants, black ankle socks. That's it. With a magnum on the bed. So I said, "This is what you invited me over here for?" He said, "What did you think was supposed to happen at 4:30 in the morning?"
Who goes to somebody's house at 4:30 in the morning? She saw his story and slid up in the DMs. Yes, 1161 Linda. Seriously. She goes to his house at 4 o'clock in the morning. A man you have never met before, that you've reached out to, and now you want to tell the world that he don't care nothing about women. No, boo. You don't care nothing about yourself, in my humble opinion. Because the girl later on goes on and says that she had to take all these buses to go back home to be with her kids. If I'm getting up and coming to your house at 4 o'clock a.m., unless I'm taking you to the emergency room, I'm coming looking for something. Oh, yes, I am. I'm coming for a little treat lead. I'm coming for a little cucumber and melon. I'm coming to have a dill pickle. Not coming to your house at 4 o'clock in the morning to get to know you. I'm coming to get to know your friend. But the thing about it is with stuff, diseases, and oh, let me take this off. She decides to come way across town in the snow. Gets there at 4. He got everything laid out on the bed. Because he like, we both grown and we know what this is. She offended and says, "Is this why you wanted me to come over here?" Um, mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my expectation. Like he told her, what else did you think was going to happen at 4 o'clock in the morning? He ain't no good man. He ain't do nothing good. He had me and I had to leave his house. Me and him got the arguing and he was like, I'm gonna take you home. And he went and got his keys and stuff and he ain't take me home. And I had to take 3, 4 buses to get home to my children. So who was with the children when you was creeping at 4 o'clock in the morning? I told him we could get to know each other so we can spend the next day together. So then why didn't you wait for the next day? With your ugly self. Hold on. And I don't mean to tear down no woman, but I'm just saying, what did you think? I'm asking for a friend and a friend of a friend. You showing up at somebody's house looking like this at 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me tell you something. Men gonna be men and women gonna be women. And I'm not making an excuse for this man not taking this woman back home. But I don't know what was said, what was done, and what his reasons were for not taking her back home. But I'm saying, sis, you need to take care of yourself. Why in the are you going to somebody's house that you got to take 3 buses to get there at 4 o'clock in the morning and then get offended and then bring your out on Facebook and say that the man did you wrong? Why is it that you would even have the audacity, the tenacity to even go out there like that? Like, I don't understand people that do stuff like this. Like, I don't. And it's nothing you're going to be able to tell me that is going to help me to understand people who do like this for attention. She sees somebody and say, "I got to have him. I'm attracted to him." No, I don't care how much of a hero you are. I don't care if you going in an elevator and changing your clothes. I don't care if you got spider webs coming out of your like. I don't care. Self preservation for me. Common sense for me. And then you don't want anybody to call child protective services on your for leaving your kids in the house like that. How about that? How old were your children? See, this opens up the door for people to start talking about you. Let the man be a hero for a day. What made people just look at somebody on Facebook or on a TikTok and be like, I gotta have him? Come y'all. Let me slide in his DMs. Y'all, I have never thought to do anything like that. Now, do I have men sliding into my DMs? Especially on Instagram. Oh my God. But I have yet to entertain one man in my DM. I don't care how normal he look. For me, I cannot normalize that. Like, I can't normalize it. I'm just old school. And I believe that I'm old school. And these are my opinions. You let me know yours. What dating online and all of that kind of stuff is just not normal for me. There's an uncomfortability. My friends tried to do that with me like years ago. And I was like, mm-mm. I got to the daggone restaurant and this man was like 400 pounds. I said, and I done told y'all that story. But no, I don't have that to do. I just don't feel like it's just I believe in old fashioned, I meet you, you meet me. And even then, you got to be doing background checks and all kinds of stuff, creeping, seeing where they really work at. Do they really work there? I done had some girlfriends that has had horror stories with meeting men and on date naps. I ain't got that to do. But I don't understand why she would take this opportunity to try to tear the brother down. The brother did the right thing at the right time. Now, how he handles his relationships with women don't have nothing to do with the heroic act that he did on that day when he saw that little girl walking. Not only that, he used wisdom by not putting her in the car. That was wise because anybody could have accused him of anything, including the little girl. So that was smart as well for him to say, nah, baby, you can't get in my car. I ain't gonna put you in my car. And as he was walking up to the school, he was talking about how so many cars had stopped because there was a distance between him and the little girl. People ain't right. Not all the time. And then there are good people like him. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story. I ain't gonna hold y'all no never further. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you hearing over here, and hype the video if you want to. Love y'all. Bye.